Welcome everybody to Beyond the Shoot. This is the Raw after Extreme Rules, back to school, where we grade the matches A's and B's if they're good, C's and D's if they're bad. This is Raw, so good luck. Hopefully I give a B in there. I guess we gotta find out. Once again, I'm Mike Hiru and this is Beyond the Shoot. Once again, Raw opens up with Kurt Angle. Time after time after time, again and again, it's Kurt Angle. I'm tired of it, but today's understandable. Yesterday, he gave an ultimatum to Brock Lesnar. Either he shows up, he schedules a match, or he's stripped of the title. So, of course, we knew he was going to show up. Kurt Angle, I'm speaking, that he was going to open the show and call out Brock Lesnar and figure out what he's going to do. Brock Lesnar didn't come out, but Paul Heyman did. He comes out and he does what Paul Heyman does. He talks the talk and he makes excuse after excuse saying that Brock Lesnar doesn't hate the WWE, but he loves it. He wants to carry the WWE Championship to UFC and show what WWE is worth. It's all bullcrap. It's all baloney. He's just talking to make Brock Lesnar look, make him look like it's okay what he's doing. So, they're going back and forth, and Kurt Angle says he has to fight somebody. We know people are going to come out. It's Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Elias, and Drew McIntyre. All six come down to the ring and say why they should be Universal Champion. I'm going to give this opening segment a B+, because yes, start off with Kurt Angle. Yes, it's Raw, but they got to the point of the Universal title, which they haven't done in a very long time. Paul Heyman did show up, and it sets up two triple threat matches to see who's going to fight next week to fight Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. To open up Raw, I do give it a B+. So the first match of the night is a triple threat match. It's Roman Reigns and Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre. I said that very slowly because of the fact that Roman Reigns once again opens up Raw with the match. I'm tired of it. Everybody's tired of it. Turn him heel, move on, put him at mid-card, start over, do something. So it's a triple threat match. I'm going to give the match overall a B+, and only for the fact that Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre carried the match. Through the entire match, they carried it. I want to see this feud go on. I want to see some Ireland versus Irish feud going on, Scottish versus Irish. I want to see this happen. They had great chemistry. Roman Reigns did his little 5 moves of doom, and we predicted Roman Reigns was going to win, and he got the victory. It's going to set up Roman Reigns to whomever wins later on in the triple threat in the main event for next week. I, once again, do give it a B+. I'm not so happy about the next match. It's Dolph Ziggler coming out saying why he's the best IC champion, how the IC championship was the main event for Extreme Rules, and how he beat Seth Rollins 5, 6, 7 times, and he's the best wrestler in the ring, on SmackDown, on Raw, just going on and on and on, which I like. I like the fact that Dolph Ziggler has a title. I like the fact that he's actually backing up what he's trying to say. He's finally in the spotlight. I don't like the fact of the challenger that comes out. It's Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode hasn't been on TV besides separating Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns. He hasn't been on TV in a while, and I don't believe it. He comes out saying that he's the better wrestler. He deserves to be IC champion. If it wasn't for Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler wouldn't even be champion, so on and so forth. So he calls out Dolph Ziggler for a match. Dolph Ziggler, all right, let's have a match, but it's not for the IC title. It's to see if you can beat me or not. The match was decent. It was a C+ match. It was average because Bobby Roode isn't believable. His character is just stale. I feel like he needs to turn heel a little more than Roman Reigns needs to. If not, he's going to go down and stay mid-card and just be jobbed out and just stay in the bottom. I don't see Bobby Roode winning anything anytime soon unless he has a character change. And of course, it's not going to change after this match because he does get the loss. Dolph Ziggler with the zigzag, 1, 2, 3. Ziggler stays IC champion. He stays the winner of this. I'm excited to see what he has going forward. Maybe Chad Gable, Dean Ambrose, Jason Jordan coming out and challenging him. I'm not quite sure. That makes it exciting. But the fact that Bobby Roode was looked as very weak in this match, weak in this segment, it's once again just putting him right down the totem pole. Turn heel and brand new character come along. Next up, we have Mojo Rawley versus Tyler Breeze. Fandango's out for 6-7 months with shoulder surgery, so Tyler Breeze has to do this on his own. Hopefully he gets a singles push, but after today, I highly doubt it. Mojo Rawley squashed him in 3 minutes, made him look like he's the weakest wrestler on the roster, And it kind of helped Mojo Rawley. They're trying to push him to be this very vicious heel. He already beat up No Way Jose. He squashed Tyler Breeze. I'm going to give this a C+ for the fact that Mojo Rawley is actually getting some type of push. But the fact they had a 3-minute squash match that meant absolutely nothing, did nothing for me. It was a filler match. It was nothing. I'm going to give it a C+. Let's move on. So let's move on to a feud that has been very, very awkward and very, very bad. It's Sasha Banks and Bayley. They've been in therapy, which was useless and pointless because this was brought up 0 times today at all. It's like it never happened. Bayley comes into Kurt Angle's office and says, you know what, we can't get along. I miss Sasha Banks. I want my friend back, blah, blah, blah. So Kurt Angle says, you know what, I'm going to tag you guys together. Tag team match later on in the night. Alicia Fox and Dana Brooke, and that match is next. So it's Bayley, Sasha Banks, Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox. Already, I'm bored out of my mind. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of, oh, we're friends. No, we're not. Oh, let's tag team. Oh, let's feud. It's ridiculous. It's annoying. I feel like they're lost in some kind of warp tornado, and Vince McMahon has no idea what to do. 1 week, somebody's a heel. 1 week, somebody's a face. It's ridiculous. I'm going to give the match a F. It was a very bad match. Dana Brooke is a very bad wrestler. Alicia Fox is just a stepping stone for whichever women needs to job out and make look strong. Sasha Banks did nothing. She got the pin. Actually, she didn't get the pin. She got disqualified. They got counted out. She just beat up both wrestlers, trying to save Bayley, and left her there and walked out. They go backstage after the match and they start talking, saying, I love you, I miss you, I want my friend back. It was all ridiculous. It was all just a segment to forget. Let's forget it happened. Let's give it an F and forget it happened and move on. Next up, we have the B Team, the new tag team champions, the B Team. I don't know why, but it fits them. I don't know. That's very confusing to me. I'm confused myself. But them coming out as champions, it fit. They have that it, and I feel like they've been put as comedic duos. They've been put over as jobbers. They've been put over as low at the totem pole as you could possibly be. They've dressed as women. They've done everything that Vince McMahon has asked them to. And I feel like this is his and WWE's thank you to both of them. Here, you guys got your championship. You've done everything you guys have done for us. You guys never said no. You guys were Mr. Raj. They started from here and now they're champions. They deserve it and it fits them. And I hope they continue to build their character and stay champions because, like I said, they have that potential to be really, really good, really, really funny. So it works out for the best. So they have a match with Ascension. Ascension we haven't seen in, 6-7 months now. So we know what's going to happen. The B Team goes in and actually squashes a tag team. The B Team, who were jobbers and squashed out to people, actually squashed the Ascension. 1, 2, 3, Bo Dallas gets a victory. They celebrate like they won the tag team titles all over again. The lights go black, and it's Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt calling them out. So you know what? You guys got your limelight. You guys stole from us. Next week, we want a rematch. So next week, it's the Deleters of the World versus the B Team for a rematch of the titles. I'm excited to see that. Hopefully, I'm hoping that Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt turn heel, because that gimmick with heel, perfection. So I'm gonna give that grade. I'm gonna give it a B+ because overall I thought it was great. The next segment I am gonna give a B++. I'm not sure we can give B++. I'm not gonna give it a full A, but it was close to it. It was Alexa Bliss and Mickie James coming out, calling out Nia Jax, calling out the entire women's roster, saying that Ronda Rousey is a rookie and she didn't deserve nothing. Ronda Rousey, you see her coming down from the audience like the Shield used to, and then she just comes down and the light shining on her. It looks freaking awesome the way she looks. Her hairstyle, not so much. I get what she was going for. She was going for that I'm Ronda Rousey, I'm gonna kick your ass type. But change the hairstyle and we got something going on. She's coming down the entrance and Mickie James and Alexa Bliss are scared. They're like, where do we go? What do we do? And they're trying to run, and you just see Ronda Rousey just, boom, she just books it straight to the entrance, right on the ramp, and just stares him down and attacks. And like I said on Extreme Rules, she ran so quick. I've seen wrestlers run around the ring. I've seen them run through the entrance and they run like slow motion. She literally just booked it. She beat down Mickie James, did her finisher, which I love, by the way, and she just starts beating Alexa Bliss. The refs come out, they separate. She spears 5 people, 3 refs, Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, just spears them. And she drags Alexa Bliss to the ring and was about to do her arm lock on her, and Kurt Angle comes out, separates them. Baron Corbin comes out and says she needs to be suspended, do your job, she needs to be punished, back and forth, and Kurt Angle's like, you know what, okay, cool, you're suspended for 1 more week. Baron Corbin's going crazy, forgets his phone, goes backstage, and Kurt Angle's like, you know what, you're suspended for 1 week, but at SummerSlam, you face Alexa Bliss for that title. I think that's awesome. Like I said, I give it a B++ if we're able to do that, but most likely it's going to be a B+. Great way to start this women's division, great way to actually put Ronda Rousey in the title picture. I loved it. Keep going this way, and I hope they have a bad match at SummerSlam. That little is a bad word I can't really say, so I'm hoping for that. In my opinion, the next segment I'm gonna give a D+ right off the bat. It's AOP versus Titus Worldwide. Like I said, in my opinion, that's D+. It has to be. AOP is on and off television. They were the best tag team on NXT. Their call-up was awesome. Their music hit. It's like the Revival all over again. Psycho Steve, Revival times 2 right here. It was horrible. They squashed Titus Worldwide, which at this point, I don't know what to do with Titus. I don't know what to do with Apollo Crews. They're just jobbers now. They're mid-card. Apollo Crews highly, highly talented and just completely wasted, and I feel like we're going this way with AOP. They were used last week as separators, whatever you want to call them, for the Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley brawl. They've been just used backstage. It's just horrible misuse. Triple H, come up to the main roster and do something with these NXT people because they're getting held back. Let's just start off D+, horrible. Let's move on. Move on to the next match. Let's go. Forget about that. Move on. It's Ember Moon versus Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan is a hard, vicious wrestler that needs some fine-tuning. Let's just put it that way. Ember Moon, on the other hand, in my opinion, is the best wrestler on the Raw roster as far as women. She's so close to Asuka. She's so close to Becky Lynch, which I think SmackDown has the better women's division, in my opinion. Leave Carmella and Lana out of it. They're all great wrestlers. But Ember Moon, in my opinion, is the best wrestler as far as women on Raw. So this match, again, she did great. She did awesome. She does these movesets that you don't see women do. She does cartwheels, backflips, and head spins, and DDTs off the rope, and flying from the top rope. It was great. She's been having a feud with the Riot Squad, and I feel like Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan are kind of having match after match until Ruby Riott does come back from injury, and they do have that awesome, great match, because I feel like Ember Moon and Ruby Riott will have an A+ match. I hope it happens in SummerSlam. I hope they get in the title picture really, really soon, because Ember Moon versus Ronda Rousey, man, main event that for WrestleMania, because that is main event caliber. I do give that a B, maybe. You might disagree with me, but I'm going to give it a B because I love seeing Ember Moon wrestle. Awesome way to wrestle a match, Ember Moon. Teach these ladies how to wrestle, and I hope you're champion soon. So we go to the main event. The main event is that triple threat match to see who faces Roman Reigns, unfortunately, next week at Raw, to see who faces Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. So it's Elias, Seth Rollins, and Bobby Lashley. I wanted Seth Rollins to win. I want to see Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I want to see this feud all over again because they have tremendous chemistry, and Seth Rollins always brings out the best in every single wrestler that he faces, especially Roman Reigns. Their matches have been top-notch, A+ matches. But as far as today on Raw, unfortunately, I'm going to start from end to beginning. Bobby Lashley does get the victory. Seth Rollins, my bad. Seth Rollins does the curb stomp to Elias, about to get the 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley comes in, spear, 1, 2, 3 on Seth Rollins. He gets a victory. And I'm very, very upset the fact that we see Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns again next week on Raw after they were voted the worst match on Extreme Rules after Asuka and Carmella. Just put that in your head. After Asuka and Carmella, the Bobby Lashley Roman Reigns match was beyond horrible. So we get to see that again. No thank you, Raw, you suck. But as far as this match, I'm gonna give a B+ because Elias and Seth Rollins, they brought it. Seth Rollins and Elias carried this match. Elias needs to be in this title picture. He needs to be in he needs to come out for the IC title. His album is coming next week. Turn him face, sell some albums, come after Ziggler. Imagine Elias versus Ziggler, Elias versus McIntyre. Elias has that it superstar factor. He needs to be in the main event every single week because he has that it. And what's next for Seth Rollins? I don't know where he's going from here. I don't know if he's gonna feud for some other title, tag team. I feel like at this point he needs to fight something really quick. If not, he's gonna end up right where Balor is, and that's mid-card. So close, but not quite there. Overall, I do give Raw a C+. Besides the opening segment and a couple of matches here and there, it wasn't that great. It's Raw. What can we expect? The viewership has been very low. The storylines have been crap. I'm gonna say crap. They've been crap. I'm not excited for it. I'm excited for SmackDown. I'm excited for tomorrow. We need to revamp Raw, turn people heel, turn people face, get new storylines. SummerSlam's coming up. Something needs to happen by the end of this year to make Raw a show that we want to watch every single week. But once again, those are my grades, those are my opinions. Click on that above. Give me your grades. If you love Roman Reigns, like Psycho Steve does, give it an A. If you hate Roman Reigns, like our producer Tony does, give it an F. Once you do that, don't forget, comment, subscribe, like down below. Please subscribe, be part of this BTS family. Once you do that, don't forget, follow me on Twitter, Mike Hiru BTS. This is Beyond the Shoot, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown.